Oh, yeah! Live from Cafe Willoughby with your hosts Tyler Brown and Sam I Am Willoughby, Sir Richard Fitzwell, and the baddest BMXers and industry heavy hitters on the planet. Let's get it on!
Happy Monday, Cafe Willoughby. We're live, ready to go. We're at Sam's house. We got the coffee machine. The green light's on. We're getting ready to have some brews. We tried to talk Sam into making us coffees, but we got nothing. So,
well,
we're out.
All I hear is complaints. Lukewarm, too expensive, takes too long to make. So I had two today, and they were great.
Well, then make them good. We're ready to go. I don't even have a water here. Maybe I have to have Nick get me a drink. We know how Nick does drinks.
I'll take a Nick drink.
Chef Nick, ready to go. Sam, you typed up a good show for us. What do we have today?
We're gonna do a little Curacao recap, a little Baku recap. We're gonna discuss the national schedule. Just came out, so a few changes.
Okay.
A few iconic places back.
Any off the? I think there's some off the list too, huh? Kind of doing a little flip flop.
No, I was pretty happy with the subtractions and additions.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was some different change-ups. But
a little moving and shaking for us.
The Rock is back. That's all we need to know.
That's all that matters. The Rock is back.
We got the Jason Carnes, the Horny Toad, in studio. So I don't know if it's going to be WoW with Jason or WWW with Jason. So it could be words of wisdom, or it could be what's wrong with the world. We don't know how he's feeling.
You never know with Jay. That's the best part. You never know what you're going to get.
You don't.
Like, his life is like a box of chocolates, you know?
It is.
Are you going to get that good piece that you want, or that one that you kind of take a
there
bite
is
up and put it half back?
Jay I don't know if you follow him, but he has got a new little hashtag out, the GSP.
Is he hashtagging?
He's hashtagging.
Jay's hashtagging?
So maybe we'll
Jay, what's your hashtag, Jay?
Tuesday night, GSP.
GSP.
GSP. What's the hashtag mean for everybody that doesn't know? Because I wasn't there.
It's a very specific training program.
Okay.
Gates, sushi, and pecs.
Right. I did see that. I saw that on the @Berm Academy.
Every Tuesday night, Gates, sushi, and pecs.
Hashtag GSP.
That's right.
I like that.
We got some new Holeshot sponsors to announce.
Yeah. That race is only a week away, man.
7 days away. I was in the gym at the training center today, and there were a lot of athletes putting in a lot of work.
Really?
Yes.
All looking for that $5,000+ we have ready to give out.
Yes.
Dang, only a week away. We're getting ready to go.
It was the Rack Pull Nationals.
The Rack Pull Nationals today. Who was in there getting buffed?
Rackford?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we were in Rackford.
Pretty much everyone that was here was in there. So.
Well, they don't know who's in here. Tell them who's in here.
Tori, Nick, Sean, Elise, Lauren.
I saw Tori absolutely annihilating the bench press today.
It was amazing.
He would be a great fit-in for GSP.
I can respect Tori's bench press that we've seen today, and we would love to have Tori a part of the GSP.
He's good at some gates. Tori, you like sushi? He likes sushi, and he's got some pecs, so
that'll work.
He might be the team captain, the GSP team captain.
Do GSP. Old elbow Nick Long over there.
Elbow Nick? Old tennis elbow Nick out of GSP,
tennis elbow Nick. He won't be doing no GSP.
Oh, well, you win some, you lose some.
Yep. All right. Well, let's jump into it. I mean, another little thing that came up this week was we talked a little bit about the British team getting a new coach.
That's right.
We were all playing the guessing game, and we got some insight that
we were actually wrong last week.
Well, one of our show guests, a regular guest, knew who the coach was going to be.
Oh.
And failed to tell the show.
And he just let us lie on camera.
Mm-hmm. So
wow, let us be fake news.
And he's from Canada, so you can figure out who that is. But new coach.
And likes maple syrup and coffee in his face. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I wonder who it could have been.
So new British coach, PH. I don't know how to say his last name. Soz.
What letter is H?
PH. Man, Nick's just calling everybody out tonight. You call out his bench press, and he's all over you for everything else, huh?
So that's a pretty cool gig for old PH.
Yes, PH sauce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also forgot to mention old Fitzy's going to drop another video tonight.
Did he?
Round 3.
This guy doesn't play around, man.
He don't play around.
He's getting into it. He's pretty serious. It looks like that jerk keeps sneaking on my track. Mm-hmm. I saw him put out a call-out video where he's trash-talking everybody.
His dumb go-kart helmet.
Gosh, this guy. I'm going to have to call security at the training center and make sure they get on him a little bit better.
Alrighty.
So, race weekend over the weekend, huh?
Curacao.
Yeah. Place looked beautiful, though. Place looked beautiful. Like the scene around, everything like that looked really nice.
Yeah, I guess it's just a shame that it doesn't really get supported that well, but it looked like a nice place.
Yeah,
and the track looked good.
Do you have any inside info for us? How many guys were there? How many girls were there? I tried to look up some results I could find.
I don't believe the girls raced, so there mustn't have been a class.
No, that's a shame.
The guys had 6, I think, so it was just three motos, 3 mains, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And it was pretty much just the top 3 guys, Corbin, Connor, and Joris. There wasn't, I think Cole Teaser might have gone.
Okay.
But, yeah, it was. It looked like a nice place. The beach looked nice, but there wasn't much racing going on.
I'm gonna have to pause you right now because it looks like everybody at home is a little bit flat. We need to get everybody hyped up a little bit. Let's get the chat room rolling. Why don't you guys all that are watching at home share the video? Everybody here, share the video. Let everybody know what we're doing here. Let's get this party rolling. It's Monday night. Come on. I know Sam didn't do coffee for anybody, so we might be tired here. But we get this little chat room popping off. We need you guys' comments. We want to hear what you had to say. So, Curacao, beautiful place. Looked like a good spot to be.
Right.
The track looked really good.
Yeah, no,
the scene looked nice.
I know John did a lot of work on the track, so it was pretty...
John
Sawyer.
Oh, he rebuilt the track?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Well, he went down there before and got it all resurfaced and that.
I didn't know that John built tracks.
He builds tracks.
Look at that. Look at that.
You can do it. He's a landscaper.
Man, this guy, he just does a little bit of everything, huh?
He's a landscaper.
Dang. All right, so Sawyer rebuilt the track. Place looked good.
Sawyer went down there, rebuilt the track, drank the bar dry, and they had a race.
And then they had a race. Well, we have one of the mains. We didn't want to put, like you said, because it wasn't really qualifying. So we stole one of these videos from Joris. So thanks for letting me steal the video, Joris. We're actually going to try to give him a call. He said he's not sure if he's going to be able to answer, but we'll watch the video, chat a little bit, and then we'll maybe try to give Joris a call.
He'll be able to answer.
All right, let's check out. This looks like, I think it's main number 1 from Second Day Racing. All right, there we go. So
yeah,
you kind of had like 2 races the weekend. It looked like you had your top 3, your Joris, Corbin, Connor. You had like those 3, and then kind of everywhere else. You kind of had a little double race going on.
Yeah, it was definitely those 3. Yeah, day 1, I think Connor ended up winning. So I think from what John texted me, it was like Connor went 2-1-1 or something.
Okay.
To win on a count back basically over Joris, and then day 2, obviously Joris was pretty dominant, won all 3 rounds and got the win. But
yeah, man, Joris looked really good. It looked like we saw Connor take a little bit of a spill in the first turn in that main event, and then for those that weren't watching, Connor came back in the second one. He got a second, and then he pulled out and cruised on the third one. So it kind of was like Joris just kind of took it home at that point.
Yeah, and I would say that old Corby, he was there trying to get his nose in. He really needed to get a couple of wins to have a crack at this title. So I think it's just going to come down to them other 2 boys. And from watching, I don't know, I remember watching in Reno, I thought that when Joris got his stuff together on day 2, he still looked pretty dominant, even though Connor won the main on Saturday, ended up winning it. Joris was kind of in front. And then watching the races on the weekend, it looked like Joris was probably the quicker of the 2 on a bit longer first straight. But
yeah, man, I think those
even.
2, they're riding for the same team. They're both super intense. They're both coming down to the title. I think it's going to be a good race come Grands.
Yeah, no, for sure. Those 2 are going to go at it hammer and tong. And is
that how they say it?
That's how they say it.
That is what they say.
And yeah, it's going to be tense in the chase pits.
Well, I don't even know if they're going to probably sit in the chase pits together. They're probably going to have their own pits. They're going to have the Chase Joris and Chase Connor.
It's going to be a fun dynamic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's going to be an interesting one. But, I mean, I know I watched Joris rise to the occasion at Grand several times. I think Connor's got a lot on his shoulders, being that an American hasn't won that title in many years, since I think Stumpy was the last one to win it.
09, yeah.
So it's been a while. 09, there you go. It's been since 09. since USA guy took it back. So I think Connor really wants to bring it home. But it's going to be a good race in Tulsa. I'm really looking forward to watching that one.
Yeah, for sure. It's basically, 4 weeks now?
Yeah, it's ticking down quick. So let me, why don't you talk about something? I'll try to give Joris a call, see if he can pick up the answer.
You call him. I will continue to talk.
Yes, please do. We'll give him a shout, see if he answers here.
All right. Keep shouting.
Keep it shouting.
Keep on talking.
Keep on talking. We don't know what we're talking about, but we're going to keep on talking.
Words. Keep talking.
Here are words.
Look at that.
Got sheets on it and everything.
Bartender.
No, that's straight to voicemail.
All right.
So I can, I think the call's off for Joris. I think he's busy. But he did, in all fairness, he texted me yesterday, said, hey, man, I'm still on vacation. Wi-Fi's bad, phone signal's bad, so I don't know if we're going to be able to talk. So
Yep.
Let's switch modes. Next race we have on deck, Baku. It was, what was it, a World's Test event over the weekend.
Is that what it was? I didn't understand why everyone was going there.
I'm pretty sure it was like a World's Test event. I don't know the UCI significance. I don't know what it was. I don't know if they just invited a few teams out. But there was a race on the World's track next year. They brought the guys out and just kind of put some teasers in. Being that Pro Tracks is now one of our Holeshot sponsors, he was actually messaging me a little bit because Pro Tracks is the one who built that track.
Okay.
And he was there just to try to make sure, hey, how do the riders feel? What do they think? What needs to be changed? Yada, yada, yada. He seemed pretty interactive and excited about the whole thing to be there, and it seemed like it was a pretty good event overall.
Yeah, it looked like just France and Russia basically, but I think that'll make for another good Worlds track out there.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it was a bit of a, I'll have to watch the video again do you want to play the race?
Yeah, let's just play the race. We'll play this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Vive la France!
Yeah, old Sylvie.
Yeah, we just had a French top 4 through there, but what do you think of the track, Sam?
Yeah, it looks really good. That looks like a great track. I remember I kind of watched it the first time and I thought it was a bit small and not much going on, but now I watch it again, there's a lot going on. It's pretty technical and looks like a lot of different sort of options and pretty fast as well. So
Yeah, I like to see like the first straightaway, like you saw a tap manual at the bottom of the hill. That was something different we've never seen. But then there's a roller right away. Same thing on the pro section. I watched guys jump that second one and kind of land back wheel down manual in it.
Yeah.
You saw a few different lines through the rhythm. They were doing some triples, some different stuff right there. So it looked like a really fun track. You could tell it's a little bit more European inspired with just the different line options and kind of like having a pro double landing with a drop down that you can do something different on. Just some of that stuff we don't usually see.
And I like how they opened up out of that first corner a lot of pedaling, out of all the corners it looked like. So
I think that was probably some of the most pedaling I've seen out of a first turn in a while.
Yeah.
You know, usually they always put something there, a roller, a step up, you know, something like that. But I mean, that was one that you really had to attack and get going.
Right. And someone in here said single file racing, but I think it'll be like Rock Hill. I mean, I think Rock Hill showed that was a perfect track for a race like the World Championships because it allows people to race and then you put the pressure of the World Championships on the line and then all of a sudden you get good racing by having a...
And I watched some of the
simple track.
semifinals too. We didn't pull all the videos to put up, but I watched some of the semifinals and there was a lot of moving and shaking. Actually, the guy that hole-shotted on the outside, who was that, Renkuel? Is that who it was? He actually was in last place in the first turn in the semi, and he had to make his way through and make moves through there. So he kind of proved that you can make some moves on that track. It's a good racer track, and he cruised through and made it happen. So
who else was there? They had semis, and then it was only Russia and France in the final.
Pablo was there?
Yeah.
Pablo? Okay.
Times with the German guy.
Yeah, Germans, Italians. I know some of the Japanese riders were there, but it looks like it was just pretty much a Bondarenko final, you know, just the old Russians and French doing it up.
Badass.
Yeah. So that was kind of the racing action of the weekend. Any other talk to on the races or anything like that?
I think that was Yeah, I pretty much covered those 2 races.
Yeah, Sylvan looked pretty good. He's been going really quick lately. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see what he can put together in Grands. I think he's going to be the Joris Connor spoiler.
One of the spoilers, yeah.
I think come title time, your guys up for the title always tend to step it up a little bit. But I see Sylvan as being kind of the guy that can jump in and kind of throw a little wrench in their plan and maybe make a little bit of an upset happen.
Yeah, he's been there all year, so
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
Do you want to bring Jay on for his segment?
Jay, you ready for your segment?
Huh?
Yeah,
Bring him on.
it's time. It's time. We don't have a fancy intro for Jay. We'll call him Guacamole Jay right now.
Mike.
He's ready to go. Come on over.
Nick,
Oh, are you out?
Nick
I'm out.
absolutely killed it.
Oh, well, Sam's leaving. This is awkward. I'm just going to sit here. Jay, get in. Just go around there. I'm just going to keep talking for a minute. Talk. Oh, he's even got a piece of paper?
Well, I
Can you
got
take
some
notes? Hold
I
on.
think I got some notes, but
Just hold it. You can just hold your mic.
I want to go pro, but
You want a GoPro? All right, here, clip it on then. Clip it on. Do it
this little
official.
knob going the. How does it? Show me how.
Segment might be over by the time you get clipped on. There we go. Okay,
Are we
Jay.
in?
What do we have? What do we have for you today?
Well,
Are
listen,
things
I-
good in the
I
world or
wrote
things
this-
bad in the world?
Oh man, everything's always good.
Everything's always good, but we got some good notes.
There's always a positive spin you can put on things. So
Yes, I like it.
I try to keep it positive because I spent a lot of years disgruntled, and so I'm trying to turn it all around.
Just
now that I'm getting a
positive.
little older. So right.
Life's good.
But I'll tell you that I've always got words of wisdom. It's all I have is or BMX knowledge, so I like to put it out there. But this week's words of wisdom is really more for the parents because that's where I see the problems start there and they trickle down. Kids are kids. They want to ride their bikes. The parents, they're the ones causing all the problems as far as I can see. So the main point is really parents, ask your kids what they want out of the sport, and then you support them in that journey, okay? Quit making your goals their goals. Quit trying to force your goals on them. Your 6-year-old, he doesn't need training. He needs to ride his bike.
Who is that?
Hey, man, this might be...
Some Australian. Tell him to get out of here.
Yeah, it's a foreign.
Don't they know we're on the show?
Anyway, so parents, quit trying to make your goals, your kids' goals. Let them get what they want out of the sport. If it's a good time, it's a good time. If they want to chase those nag numbers and the factory sponsors, hey, that's for them to decide. And if that's what they want to do, then you support them as best you can.
Now, is that like the
Unfortunately-
we parent? Like, oh, we had a good race. Oh, we got to try harder. Oh, we got to do this.
But that crosses all genres, all sports. Our defense kicked ass.
Yeah.
Our offense really stepped up.
Yeah.
We did it today. It's just I just want kids to enjoy the sport, and that's what's going to keep them in it for a long time. The 6-year-olds, they don't need training. They need years and years of bike riding. The problem is that the parents are the ones that are financially invested. The kids invest themselves, but the parents are the
Sean
ones
Gain
that-
argues with that. He's been doing some really good private lessons with 6-year-olds, so he argues with
Hey, listen, it's people got to make a living, all right?
I was joking with you.
And I do clinics. I'm not against that stuff, but look, it doesn't take the place of fun. The problem is if you ask a kid what they want, a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, he doesn't understand what sacrifice is. He doesn't know what it means to make it to the Olympic team. He doesn't know the rest of your life has to be sacrificed to chase that goal. So you can't even expect a proper answer out of a kid. But anyway, so, the parents, they take the kids to the races. They've spent all the money. And then if the kid has a bad weekend, doesn't get the scores they're chasing, they equate that with wasted money, Instead of, if you just go to have family time, enjoy your BMX family, have a good time, race hard, the finishes are the
experience.
bonuses. Right. The
experience.
experience is number one. The finish is the bonus. So I luckily, and I've said it a million times, I didn't start racing until I was older, and I paid for everything. My mom just didn't have the means, so she had no pressure. She didn't care. She didn't care if I went to the trails before the main event at the Grands, She just like, have fun, honey.
Yeah.
Wear your gear. And that's it. So I wish we could get back to that a little more. That's just enjoy the experience, but then, we want to race hard and we want to get the scores as well. But
I think there's a time and a place for everything, and that's the biggest thing.
Right.
Is don't overdo it. Don't take the fun away from the kids and make it something where it's just work, because at the end of the day, this is something we all love and enjoy.
Well, I saw parents, they got their kids, they even got the random start on their phone. They got them doing sprints in the dirt behind the Reno Arena.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that's a kid that's not going to make it till his 8th birthday in BMX. And the kid, come on, Dad. Get up in the stands.
Yeah.
Zip it. But anyway, the thing is, if a kid has that competitive spirit, the drive to be great, it will reveal itself at some point. You don't have to beat it out of them at 7 years old. It's just
Let them find that competitive desire within themselves. Is that what you're
everyone's
saying?
not going to be the champ, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Champs are hard to come by, and you know what? I think that's about it. Just find out what your kid wants from this sport. Hopefully, it's a good time, lifelong friends, great memories, and find out what they want and help them, support them in that way, and I think you'll have those lifelong bike racers. So that's what I want. Bike people who want to ride for life. I mean, I'm in it till the end.
In it till the end, baby.
Until my bod won't do it anymore. But so that's the words of wisdom. If you want to talk about what's wrong with the world, I discovered this on GSP Tuesday on our pec workout when I couldn't find the dumbbells I wanted. Listen, if you're an older rider and you've started to train in the gym, or if you're one of those dads or moms that goes to the gym, look at the number on the dumbbell and match it to the one on the rack. I cannot stand that people can't re-rack their weights. Are they retarded?
Just re-rack it.
And you know what? As you can tell from my body, I've worked out at gyms around the world, Tyler.
For a long time.
So you probably could have guessed.
I knew it.
I've never seen it worse than California. I've never seen a larger group of self-centered asswipes than we got here. They cannot put the weights back on the rack.
It's not like Texas, man. It's not like Texas.
I see it in traffic too.
Yeah.
The nicer car you have, the
You didn't
bigger
know they
asshole.
bought the road? You didn't know that?
Well,
when they buy the
I think
Benz,
they did.
they get a little bit of the freeway
So
too.
anyway, sorry California natives, you're just not that friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it out here sometimes when I'm not on the
Sometimes.
road or in the gym. I do love it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's it for today. But thanks for having
we
me
go.
on. Hey, the
There we
Bourbon
go.
Academy, we got our grand trip starts, unfortunately, on the same day as the Holeshot Challenge, but it starts in a week.
You're not going to be there.
I'm trying. I'm still working
You're
on
about
the
to-
plan.
It's like you and Palmer right here, really getting with me right now. Don't even get me started on Palmer. He's not
He
going to
should
be
be
here.
here. There's no excuse for that guy. Now, I made this plan
Okay.
before I even knew about
Okay.
the whole shot challenge. I got riders coming in from Switzerland, Australia, around the world. This is a big deal. I got to be there for them.
Yeah,
If
and
I can make it, I'll do everything I can to make it. But you know what? We could Broski Sound.
Yeah.
We could have a driver that will deliver the riders here from LA. So we're gonna.
So you could be there. They could get their driver in.
We're working on that plan.
I mean, when you're as big time as Broski, they got connections like
Right,
that. So, and I know you're in tight with them.
We're gonna do our best. So anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for coming on.
I'll give Sammy back his chair
We'll
and
tag-
Mike and
We'll tag
and
the guy
I'll
back
watch
in.
him over there while I eat Nick's guacamole.
Oh, I'm jealous. Save me a little guac, y'all. Save me a little guac.
All right.
All right. Jump back in.
Amazing, Jay.
Get in here.
Man, that was a segment. I don't know if you heard it wherever you were, but that was good.
I think the neighbors heard it.
Neighbors heard it.
His voice propels.
I'm gonna plug my computer in.
I hope I didn't blow out anyone's speaker.
There we go. Now I got a little power too. All right, so that was a segment with Jay. Sam, what do we have next, man? What do we have next?
Well, jump into.
got-
Hang on, let me get my mic sorted here. We can either jump into the topic of the day, open up the phone line, or we can do the national schedule.
Well, you tell me. What are you thinking? You got the national schedule quick to pull up?
Well, it's all here. Yes, I was just reading the chat room. I got to catch up on the chat room. I've been away for a while.
What did Costa say?
He's
Bravo on the internet. We made some changes. Number one, I told Sam's internet to kick rocks, and I bought this little hotspot the other day. So hopefully that's
Little
good.
does he know, I've upgraded. It's dialed. I'm just
Yeah.
using his hotspot.
Yeah, he called him. Yeah, guys, no worries. I know it's horrible, but it's all right. We're gonna keep plugging through.
All right.
So you got the national schedule quick, or should I pull up the topic of the day?
Well, the national schedule is on your. Didn't you upload it to show the people?
No, you never gave it to me.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into the national schedule. So, 2018 national schedule.
You don't have the whole thing pulled up?
I've got it here. Few
Okay.
little tweaks.
We're going to go over that then. We're going to go over that. So where are we starting off this year?
Do you want to start off with my what's wrong with the schedule, as Jason would put it?
Yeah.
Should we get the negatives out the way?
Yeah, let's get the negatives out of the way first.
All right. Two things for me. Reno's the first race of the year. Pros should be there.
Reno is not the first race of the year. Read where it is.
Las Vegas.
There is, yeah.
Silver Dollar Nationals.
Close.
Whatever it is. If it's indoors, they should be there.
It should be, yeah.
Have you
No.
raced indoor in Vegas?
I don't care how small it is.
I care how small it is.
You get your asses there.
I would disagree. AA should not be racing
You guys
in Vegas.
talk about you want to be in front of the people, you want to make prize money. You get your asses to the
and
South.
you talk
Lake
about
Casino.
how, we need an off-season, we need to be able to train, yada, yada, yada.
You guys don't need an off-season. You don't train that hard.
I don't.
Yeah. I think that you should be in Las Vegas.
I'm going to disagree with that one.
Okay.
There's no way.
Good for discussion.
I would not want to race AA elite men in Las Vegas.
Okay. So they should be in Vegas in January. Then you guys will get a whole month off, and then you'll be back at the Winter Nationals.
Okay, so what's next after that? We got the typical, you got Louisville, Kentucky, you got Tulsa. I've actually never been to either one of them because they've never been pro races. So it's kind of just back to the regular national tour.
Albuquerque?
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you got like 7 races before Albuquerque. You're jumping way in front. Then we start off for the season opener. We jump back to Phoenix.
Yeah, so that's a great race.
So we're gonna bring our comp 3s. We're gonna get our Maxes, whatever you need. Because there's a chance of rain.
There's a chance of rain, but it'll be fine.
That's always, you know what? That's a classic track, classic stop on the tour. So
Gator Nationals, that'll be good. Supercross, good track out there.
That's going to be the first North American Supercross of the series. That's going to be North American Supercross series, the first one of the year. So
Albuquerque.
Yes.
It's a good facility.
That place is bad. I'm stoked to go back there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That place. So I went there last year. All the other pros missed out. And I made more money racing 5 dudes because the track threw in a bunch of cash. It was great.
Okay.
Now, the track's fun. The locals really embrace it, but they've got a good pro section. It's covered, so you don't have to worry as much about weather. You get a little breeze and a little sun in your eyes, but I mean, other than that, it's a top-notch place to go. So I think that's a good one to put as a pro race.
Rock Hill, that's a staple.
Yes.
The Dixieland Nationals in Atlanta, Georgia.
How is that track?
I've never been.
Any takers?
Short.
Nick.
Short.
The new one?
If they change the pro section to the outside, it'll be good.
Okay.
We just said we weren't doing it. It was soft, and it was a 90-degree first turn with a pro section on the
So if you guys didn't hear, Nick was saying the pro section's on the inside. So whenever you build a track, and I'm sure our pro track buddies would agree with this, never put a pro section to the inside because it makes it next to impossible for everybody to get through it. So remember that.
All right, here's my second problem.
Okay.
DeSoto. It's a staple.
Oh,
We've got to go back.
You know what you could ask about the staple? You could ask your buddy Tori about the first turn there in the semis and how that works. Your front wheel hated that one.
DeSoto is great.
Speaking of DeSoto, shout out to those guys. Hold on, quiet in the background. Jeez, the DeSoto crew. We have like 10 of their locals are coming out to the Holeshot race next week.
I know.
The track is going to be throwing in extra money to the pro purse just because they like what it's doing. Or like what we're doing, they're putting in more money for the pro purse. Like 10 of them all bought plane tickets to come out. Billy Russell's flying out to race. So shout out to DeSoto for definitely supporting the cause of what we're doing.
Right.
I'm stoked to have their whole crew out there. It'll be fun. Or out here, it'll be fun. What do we got after? We're going to
Nashville?
Bakersfield.
No, you're not going to Bakersfield.
Yeah, the tour is going to Bakersfield.
We're talking about the pro
Listen,
tour right
elitist, you're only for the pros.
We're talking about the pro tour right now.
What about the?
Well, the amateurs get to go everywhere. They get to go all the cool places, Vegas.
Yeah, but there's some that's being pulled out and changed, and I think that's what the people are chatting about. So we got to go back to Bakersfield. I know the Mirandas have put a lot of energy and effort into that track to make it better. So I think it's pretty deserving that they get another shot at having a bit bigger of a race because the last one was pretty small.
Okay, Nashville, great race. Staple, leave it.
That's a fantastic
All right,
race.
now here's where it gets
Here's
good.
where Sammy's been waiting for.
The Rock is back. The Rock is back, and it's back in a big way.
And that one,
Yes, it is.
But that one for me, I could definitely take it or leave it.
That is an iconic place.
But it's not what it used to be. The first turn's a bit small. I don't know.
That's like the Los Angeles Coliseum for college football.
But the track is about as wide as this table right here. So
you guys will be fine. There's
Get in front.
Yeah, you just get in front and hold on, hope for the best.
Get to the front and let them follow.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
You're skipping like 3 more. We're going back to Roseville.
Roseville for the amateurs.
They're going to be pulled. This is where the big news comes in because Reno's out. There's no Reno this year.
And they're going to Roseville instead.
They're going to Roseville. TBA is not happening in Reno. But
some insiders.
Might have some inside scoop. But
so Reno's gone, but there's two Vegas races.
There's been 2 Vegases for a while, but it's just I think there's a big thing that Reno's not in there. That's a kind of a shocker because we've been going to Reno. How long you been going to Reno, Jay?
Damn long time, man. Yeah.
For like 30 years?
The January race in Reno.
Yeah. So Reno's out. They're subbing Roseville in. That's one of the top tracks in NorCal. I know the Tangent crew will be stoked. That's their home track. So I'm sure Grindle will be annihilating the mic from his home track spot.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to have a good race back there in Roseville.
Okay.
Then we got some other ones that Sam wants to skip. What about South Park? No South Park?
Fine with me.
Yeah, put that one in the bin.
No way.
You forked the shit out of that one.
You guys don't like South Park? I
Here's
know
the
Sean
thing.
likes it.
Terrible. Way too narrow.
That track's
Way too narrow. Way too small.
Rockford is way
They should do
smaller than
back-to-back.
South
South
Park.
Park's downhill the second straight.
Rockford
They should
is
do
way
back-to-back
smaller.
weekends at Rockford before they go back to South.
No way. No way. I'll pull Rockford out and put South Park in any day of the week.
Okay.
Going back to Vegas then.
Vegas, the pros should be there again.
You just want to go to Vegas. And then the heater.
Pineview Park BMX, St. Cloud, Minnesota.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. What?
Pro race.
It's a pro, bro. We're all going to Elise's house. Everybody's going to stay at Elise's house. Yeah. Everybody's going to B's house. We're all staying.
That'll be a good race. Those guys, old Mark out there, he works pretty hard on that place. I love it.
Yeah.
Pretty hard on that one.
They have it tiled in. It's a hell of a facility.
Hold on. We got one for that. Okay, there we go. Okay, anyway. Jeslenko is going to be DJing the party. It's going to be a heck of a show.
Now,
Home of Steve Diamond Elements.
Salt Lake is not a pro race.
Finally.
I don't think the pros are really going to miss too much not going to that track.
It's
Nah.
gotten worse. The second straight's wow.
Everything has gotten a bit worse there over the years. Yeah, like Nick said.
It made the track worse.
Well,
Yeah, I think old Pineview Park's a good replacement for Salt Lake.
I would agree with that.
And then Louisville again, Supercross in Louisville, which and then it's good that they were going to have a good big national in mid-October again. Like Sarasota is going to be a Supercross before the Grands. I think that's a bit of a letdown. Even this year, I'm sure Curaçao's a nice place, but it should be a big race before the Grands. Like the Disney Cup was always big, Fall Nationals were always big.
I would agree with that.
Last chance for points, and hopefully they make it 3 days for you professionals.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Great.
That'd be fun. How's that track? I've never been there. Have you ever been to that one?
No, but I've just seen videos.
Sarasota.
You guys went.
Yeah,
Sarasota.
Sarasota looks nice. It looks aesthetically, it looks really good. You've got that typical Florida clay color, the grass on the infield. Everything's probably soil tacked, so it's in a nice looking facility. So it should be a good one. Yeah.
And then obviously the Grands.
And then we got a to be determined.
Oh,
or
to be determined.
To be announced. We'll see where that one goes. So hopefully we get something good in that one.
We might go back to Rockford before the Grands.
Yeah, maybe we'll go back to the Rock. Go back to the Rock.
The number of pro races, what do you think? More or less?
So that's one thing. Jason, what he brought up, that was going to be my next thing. What Jason said is there is 10 pro races plus Grands.
So 11 pro weekends.
11 pro weekends total.
26 weekends.
So since we have a bunch of pros in the house, I have my opinion, but I'm not necessarily a pro BMXer anymore. I have a regular job. What are your guys' opinions?
Don't you talk down on yourself. You're back. Nashville.
What are your
Debut.
More so you can pick and choose more.
Okay.
There's more options to make money.
Tori says there needs to be more races.
Oh,
More
Fitzwell
races.
never goes to that.
I was waiting for someone to say
Elise in the back.
I think there should be more races, but they should all count.
More races and they all need to count. Nick.
I mean, I race all the races since I can race pro open anyways. But
Okay, pro races.
What he said, that makes me
Pro races. Sam, what's your opinion on the subject?
I think every race should count, and I think you drop no scores and it's just total points.
Just 24 rounds all year
Still do
round?
double points at the end of the year, but even if it's just pro races, but it's not
You
not
need
best
more
10.
pro races. How is there only 10, 11 weekends in a whole year to make money? There's 52 weekends a year, and these guys get 11 opportunities to race.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I remember when I first turned pro, I could race every ABA race. NBL had their circuit. I could race 30 weekends in a year if I wanted to without even trying. Now these guys have 11 opportunities to race.
Right. But
they're not showing up when they do have the opportunities.
Right.
But there's not enough money for them when they do show up to go. So everything's just in a big catch-22 with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I definitely think
a
Vegas
struggle.
should be a pro race.
It's a struggle. You just want to go to Vegas. You just want to go to Vegas. I think if I could, out of the national schedule, if I could put some more on there, let's see, if I had to pick, I'd put Bakersfield on there just because it's a West Coast race, and I think the track's pretty good. Or Roseville, that would be a good one. I'd personally put South Park on. I like a good South Park race. But I think at the end of the day, there needs to be more races.
More races.
Yeah, or like what Sean said. I would, not to be biased, I think a pro race in Chile would be a good one.
There is next Monday.
Yeah, there is. There is next Monday, the most important one of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would agree with that. I think
there could be more pro races for sure, but I mean, I think the problem is the reason why they get sporadic numbers is there's not enough incentive at the end of the year for the overall for people to really give a shit about racing the series, except for 2 guys that are up for the title.
Yeah.
I think if they poured a bunch of cash in, you know what I think? Here's a proposal. I think every pro race should be a pro-am, and it's up to the track to promote it how they will, get the prize money, and then USA BMX pours all of their funds into the year end, and all of the entry fees from out the year go into the year end, so that they're going to pay
all the
top
entry
10
fees.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's up to the
Or just count funded by the city.
cities. They can go home.
Anybody can put money in the pot.
So different races will be different. Like Rockford, for example, is going to be a great race. So say Rockford gather up a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And maybe Rockford, there's 10 grand for the pros. Maybe in Pineview, there's 3 grand for the pros. It just depends which tracks.
Elise is going to do some fundraising. She'll get some cash.
This is just an example.
Yeah.
But it just depends which tracks gather the most funds to run the race. And then at the end of the year, ABA's throwing like 100 grand in the pot for the year end. Obviously split between boys and girls and whatever else.
Yep.
And they're going to pay down the top 10. And then there's no take your best 10 scores. It's points overall.
Yep.
So then these guys are going to be like, well, shit, it's worth me racing all these races because I want to get 5th overall.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make, 10 grand for 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, here's what I see is the problem with our current state of the industry is the way sponsorship goes now is like, I'm going to say I run a team and I'm going to pick up Tori, okay? I'm going to say, hey, Tori, I'm going to give you $1,500 a month. Mm-hmm. Then Tori's going to look at this one and go like, man, I have to go to Curacao? Well, it's going to cost me $2 grand to go. And that means I would have to win both days just to make my money back. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of really an awkward catch-22 because these guys are not going to a lot of races.
Right, but if that was the other way, like I just said, then Tori would be like, well, yeah, I'm going to be in the hole this weekend, but in a month when I get to Tulsa and I'm 4th in points, it's worthwhile.
Yeah, well, I always looked at it as an investment when I was racing AA. Is I always look at it like, okay, I'm going to spend this $1,000. And my goal is to double it. That means I'm going to make my $1,000 investment back, and I'm going to profit another $1,000.
So you use Jace's blackjack.
Yeah, I use Jay's blackjack trick, and that was always my goal. Is like we heard, but I had, I would either get my expenses covered, or there was just more prize money that made me worth it investing that $1,000.
Right.
But that's kind of like the catch-22 that everybody's in. USA BMX does not want to put money in because these guys aren't supporting, but these guys don't have the sponsorship to get to the events, and they're looking at it and they're going, why would I go all the way to Florida to race? I could take my $1,500 that my sponsor's paying me. I do a clinic and work for 2 hours at home running a clinic, and I'm going to make $2 grand this month instead of flying all the way over there to maybe have a shot at breaking even. I
think there needs to get more passion and incentive into the overall at the end of the year. We need more guys and girls chasing the full season.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I agree because right now there's 2.5.
Right.
You have your 2 chase guys, and like Corbin's like kind of in it, and you know what I mean. But he's throw his hat in the ring to go for it. So we'll say 3, but you got 3 guys up for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there has to be some way of these guys more incentivized to like, yeah, let's do 11 weekends and make sure we're at 11 races a year. That's not much to do. Yeah. So it's kind of the national talk.
It is interesting. George Costa says go to college.
Go to college.
Schools for fools.
Schools. What Jay say? School is so you can go work for somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
No great BMXer ever went to school.
Yeah.
Go to school.
All right. Should we flip modes? You got us heated. We got a good debate going. Should we do the topic of the week?
Let's do the topic of the week.
Okay. So I get this Facebook message. Writer will remain nameless. Here's what he said for me. Couple shows for your show. As you know, the sports start with the amateurs. Without them, we have no future pros. Let's talk about national age group plates. Amateur boys have NAG plates 1 through 20. Amateur girls have NAG plates 1 through 10. Now these parents give up lots of their time and thousands of dollars to get their kids to national wins and go for that number 1 plate. Now, what does USA BMX give those riders who win the number 1 plate? Well, they give the number 1 plate to a rider with a sticker and a number plate and a jacket. Now the same thing for that number 10. So he's saying 1st and 10th both get the same thing. Should there be prizes for their kids? What do you think? Now, with that being said, what does the national number 1 through 10 amateur get? The past 2 years, number 1 got an electric motorcycle along with 1 plate and a plaque. So what do the other riders get who are in the top 10? They get a plate and a plaque, so that USA BMX will spend about $10 to $15 out of their pockets. What's your thought? Should USA BMX spend some money on these kids? So the question is like, hey, these amateurs, they put in a lot of time and money. Should they get prizes? Should they get cash? Should they be compensated for all their hard work to get that gray or black plate?
Well, they are compensated. They're a part of a series, and then they get stamps and little prizes here and there. But if they're getting paid, then it's not amateur.
Well, here's my thing. Everything in BMX is amateur. The pros race on we just went over it. The pros race on an amateur series. You look in the magazine, it's mostly an amateur magazine with a few pros. Everything is amateurs, amateurs, amateurs. What more can you really do to promote the amateurs of the sport? We're wondering why these guys don't want to turn pro, because these amateurs are getting better deals than the pros. You wonder, there's so much emphasis on the amateurs, and then people are going, oh, well, the sport's going down. Well, maybe because there's no emphasis on the pros.
Yeah. Well, I think it's as well like an industry problem that the pros aren't getting. There's not a end game for any amateurs in the sport.
Yeah, but if there was some highlight on these guys,
who's gonna? If he's saying that they should get more, who's gonna provide them more?
Who should get more?
Who's gonna pay the amateurs?
Yeah, I think that was the whole thing, is should they get something more. But what my thing is you make the pros a bigger deal. Like when I first turned pro, these guys, it was a big deal to be a pro. And they were put on a pedestal. And I wanted to be like Thomas Allier and Christophe Levesque and Randy Stumphauser because they were made such a big deal. And I think with how things are now, there's so much, the focus has shifted to amateurs. And I think there needs to be, that the spotlight needs to be put more on the amateurs, or more on the pros and less on the amateurs.
The only time there's been a big amateur prize is when the KBA is sponsored by someone to give that prize.
Like wave runners.
Like wave runners.
Yeah, you guys probably can't hear what's being said in the back. She said the only time when a big prize has been given in the amateur is when USA BMX has been sponsored by like a wave runner or a Yamaha or whatever it may be. But that's what this guy's saying. Yeah. He's saying that should the amateurs get more?
No, they're amateur.
Tori says no, they're amateur. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with starting somewhere and working your way up to something because you want something better.
Yeah, I think we need the amateurs more than anything. But if you're gonna just give them everything and build the sport around them and how much they get in return, then it's gonna go even further downhill. We need to. I think it's good that they're promoted and the amateur series, because it is a strong series, and without them, the sport would be pretty dead.
And they're fun to watch. I agree.
Fun to watch, but I mean, paying them prize money that's not gonna help benefit the sport.
Yeah, I don't think you need like a parent reimbursement at the end of the year. Like you're NAG 1, you get $1,000 reimbursement.
And any parent that's saying like, oh, I take my kid to all these races, we should be compensated. It's like, go do any sport as a teenager or under 12. Like you ain't gonna get compensated for any sport at that age. Like
travel basketball, they pay a lot of money.
And go, like Jay said, go have fun, focus on the experience. The result is just a bonus.
Yeah. So I don't think that, I mean, all the feedback that was on the Facebook and all of that, I haven't seen anyone that's been in agreement with that guy's question. So I don't know. I don't think that they should, I don't think that there's any, I think they're compensated in that, I think USA BMX, the amateur series they provide as someone that came from a different country that didn't have a series like that, they're getting compensated enough just like that is the best.
That's a rad series.
It's the best series in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you see the way
development-wise,
the way the trucks come into town, the circus tents come up. Like, I mean, it's pretty cool what they do. And you're right. They get to be a part of that, and they get to do something awesome. But I don't think you need to put even more focus down the amateurs.
Yeah. I think from like they should be, it's a hard thing because they should be supported in some way, like top amateurs for sure.
But they're getting factory rides, they're getting stuff paid for, they're getting free bikes. I think this guy was
referring to like prize money.
I agree, but I'm saying like that's your compensation. It's like if you make it to ride for a big factory team and you're getting your entry fees covered and you're getting your bike parts for free, like if you get that national number one amateur, you probably have a pretty good deal. Comparable to like a low-end pro deal. Yeah. And like I know I've figured out what some of these guys get. You know, they're getting $10,000 a year in expenses or something like that all covered, you know.
But the flip side of it is, as well is like, I know I was speaking a bit with even Dale and Reno, and he was kind of saying like, for the budget I get, I'm better off to get a top amateur because the coverage he's going to get than put that money into like a 5th place pro. Yeah. And that's...
Well, Dale's not a fan of pros.
Yeah, but I mean, but the problem is as well, like I see what he's saying, kind of, because a 5th place pro, they don't do much for us. Like,
yeah, it's hard. Like, and that's again because there's no emphasis on there's not as much emphasis on the pro
but
class.
I don't think the pros put emphasis on themselves either.
Yep.
Because they're not showing up to races.
It's 100% a two-way street.
Yeah.
100%.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fifth pro is huge for like dad's team.
Well, I think.
What'd you say?
5th place pro would be huge for like my dad's team.
For the team sheet.
But I think like this race that we're trying to put on is a prime example of some of that same stuff. Like we had pros not come and turn us down and say no, and we're trying to give huge cash, and it's the same kind of thing. Like, oh no, sorry, I'm not coming. Oh hey, I'm busy. Oh, I'm not going to go. You know what I mean? So it's like they can't do one without the other, good or bad.
Right.
So there's our topic of the day. What's next on the list? Want to do the forks?
Let's get the forks out.
Should we get some of the guys on screen too to do this with us?
Probably.
Liven things up. You guys want to come on and hang out? No?
Tori Tennant.
Tori, Sean. Tori Tennant.
Come on, Sean.
I'll fork some.
Jay, leave your shirt off and get on screen.
Yeah.
Jay's over here with his shirt off, straight flexing. Oh, there's Tori flexing a little bit too, showing the pecs.
Sean, get on there.
Nick's not wanting to come on.
So
We're gonna we're teammates again.
Again.
All right. So if you guys got any,
we're gonna open up the phone
somebody
line
said a Monster BMX Cup. Yeah, it's happening next Monday at Chula Vista BMX.
That's more of the Red Bull straight rhythm.
Winner take all. Yeah, but we've got winner take all. 6 grand we're giving away next week.
True that.
Biggest purse in BMX if somebody wins. All right, Sam.
All right.
Your boy sent any forks in for us?
He did.
Look at this. Tori jumps on it. Instantly the viewers go up.
Oh, look at that.
What a babe. Jeez.
Alrighty. Here we go.
If you guys got any in the chat room, let us know too. Feel free to send them on in.
First one. Dick Fitzwell's bike setup. 20-inch front wheel, cruiser back wheel. Fork that. I mean, that guy's a goon.
He's a goon, but he said he's been doing some secret testing and his times are getting way faster. He called up Triple D, and she gave him some secrets.
Here's the thing. You never know until you try it.
Right.
He could be on the next, breaking thing, and we just don't know about it yet.
I sent our friend.
I'm not going to fork it. I'm going to let him do it. I'm not going to fork it.
I'm going to fork it just because he jumped the fence at my track without telling me. That's the only reason. I got a bone to pick with Fitzwell, so I'm mad at the guy right now.
Yeah.
So, bike setup is interesting.
It's never good when the old dick sneaks in, is it?
Tell me about it. Just unannounced. Just slides right in,
All right. When we had to race with pads on our bikes.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Fork that.
Fork it. Here's the best part about when we used to run pads.
Makes a big difference.
Everybody would take the pad and they'd rip all the padding out and just roll it up, so there was nothing there. But it did definitely support the industry, and I'm sure you could ask Rich from Tangent about how good the pad business was for a while. But
I never even thought of that, actually.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Answer, I'm sure they sold pads, everything like that. You could have got your pad contingency.
3-day nationals.
Keep them.
No, I think keep them. I mean, people spend a lot of money to go there, and especially for us pros, too. It's 3 chances of making money. So, I mean, it's tiring, but at the same time, I think you should keep it.
Yeah.
If you just want to race, too, I mean, if, the family, the parents are working Friday, you can race Saturday, Sunday, then even take a day off work. So
10-4.
I would agree. It keeps expenses down for everybody, because if you only need those handful of scores, you can do a couple 3-dayers.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know someone that does this. Using the neck cushion on a squat bar.
Oh,
my God.
Fork that.
What do you need the pad for? Is it that time of month? Nick.
Okay.
Soft.
I actually forked it too. If didn't kill
It wasn't a necessity.
Fork that one. Get rid of the pad.
Then I'm getting rid of the squats.
Just harden up a little bit.
Lindsay, come to the stage.
All right, what
Wait,
what
we
is?
had one in here. Hang on.
I don't know if
how
you
do
can
I get
score.
back?
Pros
I think
only
they're
race
gone.
2 days. Well, not always. Sometimes we race 3 days, Chris.
I think they're gone. Oh, now you're going full screen. He lost the comments. They're gone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, I missed that one, George. Missed your fork. What was it?
Put it in again, George. You got any more from your friend?
No, that was it from him.
That was it?
All right.
All right, well, I guess
Pro Opening Cruiser paid my bills.
I love Pro Cruiser. I'll bring Pro Cruiser back. There's no way I'm forking Pro
We should
Cruiser.
fork Pro Cruiser again.
Nah, I'm keeping that one. I'm going to keep that one.
Buttsco City.
Can you imagine how much you would have made off your red line bonuses if you were racing Pro Cruiser too?
That was long gone. Yeah, well, that was long gone.
I guess you didn't need to.
I don't think I would have done it. I was never allowed to ride a cruiser as a kid.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like the fanciest bike. I think more
Wasn't the funnest thing to manual.
or less 2 classes.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Pro Open? Would you fork if they brought Pro Open back into Pro Open?
Pro Open was
No.
great.
I mean, why not?
They should bring that back.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like that idea.
So I think more so just 2 classes because there was nothing like having something happen in your Pro semis and getting pissed and not making it in AA, but then you still go get a top 3 in Pro Open and you still make at least a couple $100. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
George says pros not understanding simple math like 3 2-day nationals is better than 2 3-day nationals.
Yeah, but I think
If they have to pay to go to 3 weekends if you're paying out of your pocket or
They
whatever.
already
Yeah.
have to do 7 now.
yeah, I think we're saying they what?
They have to do 7 races.
Who does?
Amateurs.
We're not talking about
Yeah,
amateurs.
this is pros. Yeah, this is pros. Yeah, I think 3-day
He
nationals
said
would be cool.
BMXers, not just pros.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
Everybody.
Tech inspection.
Everybody.
Are they doing BMX tech inspection?
They used to do it in Canada where they would like look at your bike, check your headset.
They used to do it in that.
Pound your seat, now your seat loose. Can't get your sticker yet. Now tighten it up.
They would do it in the NBL back when I was an amateur, and like NBL would actually kind of inspect your bike. ABA would like, yeah, you got a bike. Here's your sticker. So they
Did
still
you pay
do.
entry? Yep, come on in.
They do it. They do it for practice now, so they know which practice you're supposed to go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I was just thinking that.
What's the problem?
No, it's a closet joke.
Make a square up.
Okay, I'm lost. Did you lose your mic?
Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah, it's gone.
New 15.
Tori, you got any forks for us? Anything you could think of?
New 51 and over
Oh,
club.
pros thinking they're too good to get a sticker for practice the night before a race when it's open practice.
Yeah, fork
I mean,
that.
who do you think you are? Just put a
Fork.
sticker on your brake cable. None of us are too big to get a sticker. Talk politely to the girl or boy handing them out that's shy and not just blowing through them and blowing them off. I mean, that's not cool.
Okay, what do you think about paying for practice before the race?
For pros?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. If it's like $5-10, I don't mind paying it, but I don't think we should have to.
I would actually agree with that statement 100% because I'm a pro and I run a track.
Yeah.
And here's my problem is like the pros, and this is what I always tell the people like when they try to charge for parking. When you go to work on Monday, do you have to pay to park at your job? Mm-hmm. Most people don't. So I don't think they need to pay. Yeah. I would agree with that. But then on the flip side is like after running a track, you know what? If the National comes into town, it might be the one and only chance the track gets to actually make some money. So in that respect, I agree with your statement. I go either way. If they don't charge me, cool. If they want me to charge $5 or $10,
exactly. In the world's $5, not even close.
Yeah, don't get guac for a night and call it even.
Exactly.
You know.
All right. It kind of what depends the level of the pro if they do that.
you got to read the questions so they know what's going on.
It
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much the Forknet segment.
All right. Well, thanks for twinning with
Cheers,
Sam
gentlemen.
and jumping on. We're starting to come into
Why don't you
about the end of
stay?
the
Why
segment.
don't you stay? We'll square it up.
Should we do the Fitzwell in between then?
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Should we do the Fitzwell intro and the square up? I don't even know Fitzwell's intro. Yeah, here it is. Here's the Fitzwell intro. What did he send this week?
So he sent in a third video after his previous two
There's been a few installments. He did the first one we did on the show. He
Right.
sent in another one in the middle of the week last week.
on Instagram.
Yeah?
And then he has sent in a third, and he's kind of mad that we never replied to him.
Well, I'm a busy guy.
A lot of hype from the fans though. People want Dick to race. Let Dick race. They're saying next week.
Hashtag's
He does have a
trending.
hashtag. It's trending. It's trending on Twitter.
So
All the people that tweet.
we'll put this video up. If you guys think that Dick should be there next Monday night racing, let us know, and
Put it on your hashtag.
We'll decide. But yeah, he demonstrates in this video how he thinks he's going to race next week.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing.
Well, seeing as you guys have been about as vocal as a Corbin Sherrar interview in replying to my submission videos, I decided to team up with Trench Digger Trent, and we're going to build my own fucking lane. We're going 9 wide in this race, the Holeshot Challenge. I'll see you guys there, November 6th.
All right, there we go. Fitzy's back.
Good on him.
Richard.
Good on him.
Hashtag let Dick race.
I like his line. I like his line choice. Let him race.
That one looks like, in the first turn, it looks like that one that Tori did on you in the DeSoto semi.
Too soon.
Still sore topic.
Not over it yet.
Still
I'm not over it.
Now that you're teammates again?
No.
Yeah.
Teammates again.
Relationships on the rocks.
Oh well. I don't know, man. I don't know. The guy, we have like a bunch of pro riders. I guess he could show up to the general thing and see if he qualifies through, but
I don't think we have an option. No matter what, he's going to take that line and race.
yeah. I don't know what to do with that guy.
Yeah.
We might have to have the bouncers ready to go.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, we got we'll flip modes. We'll jump into the square up. I'll play that intro, and then you can tell me what you got.
I'm Justin Posey, and I ride S squared.
What's cracking, cuz? What's bracking, nigga? Swear the fuck up.
I'm Justin Posey.
You pick. You're the man.
All right, so we got some square ups sent in by was it an anonymous sender?
Yeah, real anonymous sender for the square.
Anonymous sender.
Can we do Palmer not racing the Holeshot race? Is that on that list?
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. I could do that one.
What do you got on the list?
So we've got Caroline posting an Instagram, Elise running late for training, Nick celebrating the week after a gym session, or parents asking a factory team to sponsor their 8 novice.
Whoever created those is a smart guy.
That is a smart guy.
Those are some good square ups. Which one do we pick?
All right, I'm going to say them again, and the chat room's going to decide.
Okay.
Caroline posting an Instagram, Elise running late for training, Nick celebrating the weekend after a gym session, parents asking a factory team to sponsor their 8 novice kid. Go. So we're going to have to wait like 30 seconds.
There's a pretty big delay here, so we're going to have to talk about something else until we figure the...
Words. But the phone line is open as well, so we should probably throw that number up, and we'll
the 8 novice. Nick celebrating. We're getting like Nick celebrating.
The parents want to be good too.
Carolina factory dad.
Nick.
That's 3 for novice is winning. Novice is still winning.
Oh, the full novice. So we got another novice. Factory dad. Well, that's still.
Novice.
Looks like it might be the novice.
Okay.
Novice overtook Nick right there at the end. It was a close one. Nick lunged at the line.
I want to do Elise running late. That's so easy.
That one
we could
super easy.
do one. We each do one.
All right, you want to do that one?
People haven't been around to see Elise running late for training every day.
You can just film it perfectly.
So
let's let Sam do Elise running late for training.
They don't know how to do it.
Then me and you could do one.
Yeah, we'll do the other one.
All right. So I come down in the morning. Okay, it's like
any day of the week.
It's like 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. Morning, beautiful.
Oh, you or her right now?
Morning, Sam. All right, so we're gonna just text the guys. We're gonna go to training at 9:30. All right? Yep, no worries. Okay, make some coffee. All right, breakfast. All right, it's now 9:15. Elise's still in her pajamas. Still gone at 9:30, Elise? Yeah. Well, why wouldn't we be? Well, it's 9:15 now, so we have to be there. It's 10-minute drive, and we've got to. The bikes aren't packed. You're in your pajamas. I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, it's 9:15. We have to be there till 9:30. Okay, no worries. All right. You want another coffee? Yeah. All right, cool. Make you another coffee. All right, it's 9:25 now. Should I text them, let them know we're going to be late? We're fine. It's 9:25. All I've got to do is throw my clothes on, pack my bag, put the bikes in the car, change my gear, and then we're going to go. We'll be fine. All right, no worries. I'll go out to the car. I'll wait at the car. You'll be fine. I'm going to go get ready now. All right, it's 9:33 now. We're late. We're always late. We're not late. It's 9:30. It's 9:30. We said we'd be there at 9:30. Yeah, but we still got to drive there, and it's actually 9:33. We're fine.
Let me go make some guac real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. I love Elise.
By the way, I love you, babe.
You want to do the factor dad? I'll do Nick.
Sure. So am I the dad? I'm the dad calling in for the... He's going off stage. He's getting props. All right. You want to be the team manager?
Okay.
Which team are you?
Renan.
Yeah, Renan. Hey, George, so I wanted to call you. I wanted to get you my son on the team. He's amazing. Let me tell you about him. He's 8. He's going to win all of his races next year. He's got 3 podiums, 2 seconds, and he almost won one last weekend. He's the next best thing, though. We got him an Instagram. His Instagram is on fire. He's really stepping up his social media game. He's ready to go. So do you want to pick him up?
Well, what pro?
He's great. He's really, really good.
What position?
He's only going to need 13 Renan wheels. He's going to need 4 decimal gears. He's going to need 2 complete bikes, a training bike and a race bike. But he's going to be the next biggest thing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's going to be, yeah.
I'm not giving you all that shit.
It's totally worth it, George. It's totally worth it.
Your kid is useless.
Did you look at his resume?
I don't even need to look at your resume. I know he's useless.
He's almost intermediate, George.
Talk to Donovan Long. He
almost
useless
intermediate. He's almost intermediate. All right, there we go. That was the end of it. All right. This is what's this one? This is Nick celebrating a good gym session.
Celebrating after a good gym session.
Okay.
So we're doing rack pulls today. Sam said I got to lift at 0.8 meters per second. I lifted at 0.81. That means unlimited drinks tonight. I was going to wait till I got back to the house in Lakeside, lit up a fucking fire and started drinking beer. But I found this handle of whiskey, so I'm like... on the way home, and my friends came over. We carved pumpkins. Oh, wait, you guys want to go downtown? We're fucking going downtown. We're going to tear the night up. You guys want to come back to the house now? We got a fire. We got more beer. It's going to be fucking sick, bro.
There's 4 goats now. 4 goats. I think they mated while we were gone.
How rude was that shot you just took?
Went down like water. He blew bottles in it. He didn't drink.
No, I say he definitely drank some.
I just caught the replay.
Do we have anything else in the show?
That's pretty much the Square Up segment. We did have a voicemail.
Oh, yes.
So,
I don't think I even have the 1-800 number on here anymore, so I don't have the 1-800 number, so...
All right.
Not like anybody calls anyway.
But we did have a voicemail, so we'll play that. Crank the volume. Boom.
What's up, you pussy millennials? This is the greatest racer in redline
Hold it
history,
closer.
John Purse. I want to let everyone know that I'm coming to Chula for your Holeshot challenge. And I plan on kicking all your asses. And then I plan on winning the race too. See you poser double A's on November 6th. Jackal, out.
That was the Jackal.
So for those that maybe didn't hear it, was that the Jackal calling in saying he's coming to the Holeshot race?
He's coming in.
And he's going to take all the cash?
Taking all the cash, and he's sick of all these millennials.
Yeah, freaking millennials. Freaking millennials. All right, guys. Well, we still got. Speaking of the race, we didn't talk about all the stuff that we got going on for the race next week.
Fire it up.
Okay, so we got some new sponsors coming on board. It's cool to see we got some local sponsors jumping on. Broken Yoke, one of the local restaurants, heard about what we were doing. This wasn't even me. They just heard about it. They jumped on. They're throwing us some extra cash. One that I'm pretty excited about, Better Buzz Coffee, is going to be coming in and hanging out, and they're actually a part of the show too. So whoever the last place rider is, or the first one, the last one to make it to the next round. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay, so the last guy to qualify, so second to last, essentially.
So into the round of 8?
After every round. Whoever the last guy to qualify into the next round is, gets a shot of espresso to hopefully gas them up and keep them going.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, so whoever the
It's like you get 7th.
if you get 7th, then yeah, and you're the last guy to make it in, you got to take a shot of espresso, hopefully gas you up and keep you going for the night.
So
they're also going to be giving out free coffee to everybody in the stands throughout the night. So they're going to be hanging.
Perk.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be a cold night.
Yeah. So hopefully got some hot coffee since it might be a little chilly, but it's going to be a good one. Other than that, man, it looks like everything's rocking and rolling. We're getting the banners printed. We're getting the blot-out graphics. Graphics is hooking us up with some killer number plates for all the riders. Our podium's ready. 7 days and counting. The pressure's on.
It's going to be good. I'm excited.
It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. We got a bunch of people flying in. So we're going to be doing this live. Looks like we've got the internet working, so it's actually going to maybe work. We're not going to promise anything, but we got a shot at it working. We've got a show ready.
Yeah,
we've got a show ready.
I'm excited. Hoping it'll go off without a glitch.
Yeah, it probably won't, but you know what? It's okay. It wouldn't be fun if it didn't,
right.
And that's just going to make for a fun night of the show. It's going to be a good opportunity.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get plenty of people there at the gate. Anyone that's in Southern California, I know some people are driving out from Arizona and people
We've got people flying in from Texas. Jerry Mania's coming in, so if you want to fly in, come and hang out with us. It's going to be an awesome show. You won't forget. We've got some pro autograph signings. We're going to do that. We've got plenty of giveaways from free raffle stuff, stuff given out at the door, free coffee. Rhino Power is going to be in the house giving out stuff, so a lot of giveaways. If you can't be there, make sure to tune in online because it's going to be one of a kind show.
Yeah.
So
and someone asked, Michelle, Mama Posey's asking how many riders. We really have no idea.
That's the best. Yeah, we've never done this, so we don't know how many people are going to tune in. We don't know how many people are going to be there live. We don't know how many racers are going to show up. So all we know is we got a bunch of cash, we got a track, we got everything ready to go. So now it's their turn to make it happen.
Yep.
So
should be fun.
If we support it, make it big. Who knows? Maybe we could have a Holeshot series next year. You never know.
Amazing.
Oh, it would be amazing.
It'll kick off at gates will open at 5.
Gates open at 5. Pro autograph signing right then. Then we'll do a little bit of practice for the guys. Our show will start live right at 6. So if you're not live, get there at 5 if you're live. Otherwise, make sure to tune in at 6, and we're going to start off with the pre-show and get things rocking and rolling right at 6. It'll be right about 2 hours, 6 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a show.
It will be. It will be. So that's all we have for this Monday, unless you got anything else?
I think that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next Monday out at Chula Vista BMX for the Cafe Willoughby Holeshot.